Good evening from Huntington Beach, California, on the campus of Golden West College. Tonight's going to be a great best-of-5 volleyball game, and Sight Out is just moments away. Hello, I'm Danny Hogger. Michael Jenkins is on special assignment, and joining me up in the booth in just a moment will be Jessica Avila. Tonight should be an outstanding game between the visiting San Diego City Knights and your Golden West College Rustlers. These two teams met up about a month ago. It was March 14th to be exact. The Knights put up a fight, but it was 3-1. Golden West came out with the victory. But it should be a good test for Golden West to stay focused. They lost 2 days ago to OCC, the Pirates, their rivals, and that's going to make it really tough to fight back into this conference with only 3 games remaining, including tonight. Just a few moments ago, I had a chance to speak to Coach Tim Johnson of your Rustlers. Here is what Coach Johnson had to say. Danny Hogger here before tonight's matchup with San Diego City. I have Coach Tim Johnson. Coach, 3 games, including tonight, remaining in the schedule. A disappointing loss 2 days ago to OCC. What are you expecting from your team tonight?
Well, we put ourselves in a must-win situation now to make the playoffs. So we're looking for a win tonight. When we played San Diego City down at their place, it was a battle. They're one of the weaker teams in the conference, but it's one of those years where anybody can beat anybody. So we need to be on our best tonight to be able to beat them.
In a year like that, where there is a little bit of parity and you need to be focused every day of the year, which players are you looking forward to step up and be big for you tonight?
Well, we've been pretty successful with our outside hitters, Aaron and Phil. We need those guys to do a great job tonight. We need them to pass well and to be able to put the ball away in crucial times.
What have you been working on this week in practice leading up to tonight's game?
A lot of serving and passing right now. Against Orange Coast, it seems like they passed a little better and served a little better than us, so we're working on serving a little stronger and being a little more consistent with our pass.
All right, thank you very much, Coach. Good luck tonight.
All right, thank you, Danny.
You heard it there from Coach Johnson. The passes need to be crisp. The offense needs to be in sync. In short, these guys need to talk to each other out there. They need to communicate. San Diego City should be a beatable team, but it's not something that you want to lose focus over. Games like this are critical down the stretch as we get closer to the playoffs. So tonight, it should be a good one. San Diego City traveling up the 5 freeway to Huntington Beach, and we'll be back with you with all the game action in just a moment. Thanks for watching Golden West Rustler Athletics. Hello, welcome back. Golden West College is the site for tonight's volleyball action between San Diego City, the Knights, coming in tonight to take on your Golden West Rustlers. It's a beautiful day in Huntington Beach. Springtime is here, and we're about to spring into some volleyball. I'm Danny Hogger, and alongside me is Jessica Avila. Jessica, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Danny.
Focus is going to be the key area tonight, as 2 days ago, the OCC Pirates, the conference rivals, they took down Golden West in 3 games straight. They're going to need to focus tonight.
Definitely, Danny.
Well, with that, we'll be getting you some great volleyball action. It should be a lot of fun. The visiting San Diego Knights, they have not won historically this year, only 1 victory on their record books, but that doesn't mean that they should be taken lightly. Golden West needs to focus in and not let this game surprise them in any way. They need to come prepared into tonight's game. Here's the 3 lassos to victory for the Rustlers. Number 1, talked to Coach Tim Johnson. You heard that just moments ago before the game. He said the outside hitters are going to be absolutely key to success. They need to find their opportunities, drive the ball home, and get the points that are going to be easy to attain in this game. Number 2, repeat March 14th. March 14th, about a month ago to the day, was the last time these two teams met, in which Golden West did come away with a 3-1 win, but it wasn't as easy as perhaps the players had anticipated, so they'll need to focus tonight and come in with a very strong effort. This is a game that they should win. And the third lasso to tonight's game, we've said it many times already tonight, and that is to focus. We see a lot of fun had at these games, and why not? This is college, this is athletics, but also they need to focus on executing the techniques that Coach Johnson has laid out in practice. Jessica, we're just a moment away. What do you think about tonight's game?
I think it's going to be a good game.
And we're just about to get going. Weston Carrico is going to take the first serve tonight for the Rustlers. Best of 5. Thank you for joining us here on the campus of Golden West College. Serve over the net, return into the net. That's Nathan Saunders. An early mistake. The Knights are going to want to correct those. He's the middle blocker, 6'5", the freshman from Chandler, Arizona. Second serve across. Bumped over the net. Rustlers round up. A nice shot sent down by number 5. That's Jack Terry, the freshman from Eagle, Idaho. He brings a lot of effort into each and every game. Something you're going to notice right off the bat in tonight's matchup, how small San Diego City is. Just one player standing 6'5". The rest are all 6'1" or below as they rally for their first point of the night. It is 2-1 Golden West. San Diego about to take their first side out of the game. Service coming from Rafael Garcia, the Puerto Rican-born player from College of the Holy Spirit. Nice block by the front row. Little fist pump there to the chest action. That's Chris Chappelle, the freshman from Westchester. Was born in Los Angeles, California. Went to Westchester High. Service. Over the net. Ladera sets it up for Lopez. Back row, bumped high. Here comes the front row attack. Terry tries to tap it over, but it's blocked. And unable to get it over the net is Weston Carrico. A little too far out of position there. It's hard to generate power for those shots, isn't it, Jess, when you're coming forward like that?
It is. It's hard to get that over the net.
So they'll try and rebound from that loss. It is 3-2, San Diego City taking their first lead of the game. Service again from Garcia. Ew, nice surprise put over by Terry. Deflected back, and we've got a series of one-touches. And I like what San Diego City did there. Instead of setting up for the traditional bunt set spike, they tried to go for the surprise action. It worked. 4-2 Knights.
They're ready for the balls coming over the net. They're all lined up at the net.
See the formation there by the Knights. 2 back-to-back players. And that shot is called in. So momentum building for the Knights now. 5-2 lead. Jessica, you played volleyball in high school, so you've seen a lot of different formations and you've seen a lot of different strategies. Tonight's game features a smaller team against a noticeably larger Golden West team. They don't often have a height advantage, but they do have it tonight. So what do the Rustlers need to watch from this shorter Knights team as another point gets taken by the Knights? What do they need to do to make up for the height differential?
They need to jump high, and it seems like San Diego's doing that. Jumping pretty high over that net.
We'll see if they can account for that athleticism and make that the difference to make up for the size disadvantage that they face. 6-2 Knights. Still serving as Garcia. Terry with a big spike, and that will end the serving run. Golden West scoring their third point as Phil Lopez sets back and prepares to serve this one. He's the 6-foot freshman from Yorba Linda, went to Modern Day High School, and he takes a soft serve just to get it over the net to the back row. Here come the Knights responding, an outside hit with the left hand. Ladera goes to his feet. We've got a whistle. It's going to go against the Rustlers. So the serve now is going to be taken by Tyler McDaniel. Born in Yucaipa, went to Yucaipa High School. His first strike of the game, little overhead flip shot. And there's a spike put down with authority by Aaron Girardi. It's his first point, the sophomore from Huntington Beach and Fountain Valley High School. Girardi's someone to watch. Jessica, he's got a lot of energy. He's one of the emotional leaders of this team. 4-7, and that one goes into the net. So doubled up. The Knights are up 8-4. What are you seeing so far? I think the Knights are surprising everyone by jumping out to this early lead. Jimmy Torromeo puts his first shot down. What are they doing that's causing them to lose points so far? What are you seeing from Golden West?
They're not covering up the holes.
Serve taking over the net. The shot put down with authority. That's Chris Chappelle. He's from Los Angeles, California, went to Westchester High, the freshman. Some other note in this game of interest is San Diego City has only one sophomore, so the experience advantage also goes to Golden West as the shot goes into the net. When you only have one sophomore, does he automatically become the leader of the team in your eyes?
I think so.
So he's going to be the one they're going to be looking for advice?
I think so.
Here's a shot back into play. San Diego State. Chappelle drives it back. Girardi blocked. Great block, but it's out of bounds. Golden West gets the point. 7-9 here. Early goings, trying to make up for the deficit and the hole they put themselves into so far on this Friday evening. Girardi clearing the net. Rebound taken and blocked.
They were ready for that one.
So here's Yev Chernish with the first serve, the freshman 6-footer. He was born in Estonia, so the only one of two foreign-born players. Oh, frustration there by number 12. That's Chase Newtall from Centennial. He's not happy. The official's telling him to come here and speak with him. That's a show of losing your composure early. You don't want to do that. So here comes the serve from Golden West. It's Jose Ulua Jr., the freshman. There's the spike. It's going out of bounds. Oh, now they're calling it deflection. Is that the call?
I think so.
It's going back the other way, so 10-9. The Knights will take that point and will stay in the lead. Serve from Nuttall. Terry fakes the spike. Lopez pushes it over. Synchronization there, blocked by Terry. Ladera goes to the floor, sacrificing his body, and it made the difference in the point. Nice job by Golden West. Ladera is always a hustler out there. He's always willing to go to his knees, leave his feet to retrieve the ball. And now we've tied the game up at 10. Service over the net. The spike put down hard. That's Nathan Saunders. Again, the tallest member of the team. You can see the visual height difference that Saunders has at that middle blocker position. He's number 2 on your screen. As we get another serve from Rafael Garcia, who's been successful so far tonight. The Knights have 12, the Rustlers have 9 as we get back into play. Terry's gonna fake, so Lopez can take a shot. It's blocked, but they can't return it. Nice job by Golden West. Good force there by Lopez. Hard spike, deflected. Terry back to the outside. Big shot by Torromeo. He's one of the strongest strikers on the team. He brings a lot of force. The front line of Golden West really does have a lot of power when they're all going together. They can be tough to stop. Torromeo can put them down. Girardi's such an energetic player, and Lopez can jump high and get good angles on the ball. Golden West offense running well if the defense can just get orderly and stop making a few unforced errors here. And a good job there. I think everyone's getting in sync, the blockers, the hitters. What are you seeing from Golden West's front line?
Seems like they're ready. Ready to start playing.
Lopez hitting to the back line. A reverse setup. Unable to drive it home is Tyler McDaniel from Ukaiba. So it is 13-12, Golden West, a tight game. I think this is what Tim Johnson didn't want to see, is the team really competing from the very onset. Nice job by Lopez. The serve is an ace, and he'll take another 14-12. And we have our first time out of the game. So Golden West now building the advantage. You saw the Knights go out to about a 6-point advantage early on. That was a surprise. Tim Johnson wants to make sure his team is doing what they're doing in the second half of this first game more than the first. They're getting their offense under control and are enjoying a 2-point lead. What do you think has allowed Golden West to get back into the first game early? What are the Knights doing that they were doing well and that doesn't look quite right now?
They're finding the holes. That's very important. You don't want to leave anything empty. The other team will find it, and they're finding the San Diego's holes.
So a little bit of a correction maybe. They weren't sure what formation they were going to see from the Knights, and now they're adjusting.
Right.
So we have a 14-12 advantage for Golden West. We're going to get back into play. Phil Lopez, a few last words for his assistant coach. Here comes the serve. A nice straight serve. Not a lot of arc on that one. Lefty. And again, I think getting them by surprise there. Nathan Saunders, just a flip with the wrist, getting it over the net, 14-13. It's a close game, so we played at 25 points. You must win by 2. That one is out. Great eyes by Ladera as he moved backwards toward the left of your screen. He could see all the way that was out, had no intentions of putting his hands on it. Just following it, keeping track, as Jack Terry will take his first serves. 15-13. Right to the middle of the court. Bumps the setup. A nice soft tap. Great dive by Terry to keep it in play. Lopez returns it. Set up again. Long spike block deflected out of bounds. Point goes to the Knights. That was a nice play. Here is Saunders. Looking to tie the game at 15 are the Knights. Big spike, really out of control. Control was something that was a big problem on Wednesday when they faced the OCC Pirates. Tell me about their record, Jess.
The Rustlers dropped to 10-5 and 7-3 in conference.
And that's going to be tough, especially when you lose to your rival. You have to make up yet another game. Tough to do with only 3 games left, including tonight. Nice shot by Girardi. Great setup by his teammate. 16-15 Golden West. In that game Wednesday, Weston Carrico, who is looking to make an impact on this game tonight, how did he do on Wednesday?
He led Golden West with 10 kills on Wednesday. Very impressive.
Serve return, great shot. Nice outside hit by San Diego. 16-16 tie. Barry Freesley's yet to get into the game, but I understand he had a good game on Wednesday as well.
Yeah, 33 assists.
In the loss, so it's nice to see playing hard. Even though they got swept in 3 games, you know, they were putting up a fight. OCC is a very, very talented team. It's the reason the rivalry is so hot, and these two teams challenge each other every time they get together. We brought that broadcast to you a few weeks ago where OCC won it in the tiebreaker game. We're waiting for the call from the official. We're going to have a short meeting. 17-16, Golden West is in the lead. Jess, tell us all about the remaining schedule for the Rustlers.
On April 11th, they'll be at Palomar. And April 13th, they'll be here at against Grossmont.
And that'll be the final home game of the season. Playoffs yet to be determined as the conference gets going. The officials discussing what's going on the court. Tim Johnson's taking the opportunity to speak with Jose Alua Jr. and a few other players. John McNichols waits to make the public address announcement about the point, and he's staring right at me, and that's a lot of fun. We're glad to bring you this Golden West College Rustler broadcast on this beautiful Friday evening from Huntington Beach.
Watch video replays of Golden West College sports at www.gwcathletics.com.
the source of information for all of your Rustler athletic news, rosters, sports, schedules, and more. So check into Golden West Athletics. They're also on Twitter and Facebook, and you can find them and follow them. Social media all the rave, as the officials now having a word with some of the players from Golden West. This is giving the chance for the emotions of the game to settle down. We saw that spiked ball after the point was lost by the Knights. And that was kind of a rare show of emotion so early on in the game where not much had progressed yet. It could be a little bit of frustration for the Knights, who have only won one game this season. That can be kind of tough. When you were in high school, was your team on the winning side of things, or sometimes having to struggle with losses?
We weren't on the best side, but even though that's the case, you still have to play the game.
What do you do to stay focused in games late in a season where you know you don't have a shot at the playoffs?
It doesn't matter. Game's a game. You play your heart out.
No matter
you just
what.
have to stay focused.
We're back to action in just a moment. Aaron Girardi waiting for a different volleyball. Still having some last-minute preparations. That last point was awarded to the Rustlers. It is 17-16. So it's going to be a fight for this first game. That doesn't bode well for the chance of an easy night. I think it's already proven that we're going to be fighting again here tonight in Huntington Beach, as we often do here in the gymnasium. And some more conversations being held. So everyone's trying to decide what the weekend plans are, who's going to whose house for Easter. And we're about ready to get underway as Ulua Jr. is going to set up. And he says barbecue. So now we've settled the discussion. We're ready to play. And now the score reflects 17-17. So that is interesting as we continue on the discussing. Coach Johnson now having his words at the official scorers table. Players having their discussions. And this can be something that might loosen you up after the heat of competition. We're in a tie game. You don't really want to stoppage and play. You want to keep the momentum going. Players taking the opportunity to stretch on the Rustler side of the court. The crowd settling in for what should be a good night of volleyball around Orange County. It's opening day for baseball. The Los Angeles Angels taking on the Kansas City Royals in game one of a 3-game weekend series. Of course, Orange County all abuzz over the acquisitions of Albert Pujols and C.J. Wilson. And baseball is set in, but tonight the focus is volleyball here for the Rustlers. As we now see a score of 18-17. Now, I don't know, but wasn't it 17-16, 17-17, 18-17? Maybe there's been a lost track of score. I thought we had it underway. We've been updating you regularly. And now we're going to have a huddle up from the Rustler side of things. So as we do that, we want to tell you a little bit more about the roster of the Knights that are on the floor. Eric Gutierrez wears the black jersey for San Diego City. He's coming into this game off 2 very good performances. Both of these two teams have beat Palomar. That victory for the Knights, the only win of the season. And Gutierrez had a very, very good game. He had 6 or 7 solid pancakes in that one where he was keeping the ball alive and really making an effort that was valiant for his team and critical to their success. Again, them being so short, they've got to outdo their opponents in terms of effort in games which they are victorious. Again, he's out there with Chase Nuttall, Rafael Garcia, and Tyler McDaniel in the back row. In the front row, finished by Rafael Garcia and Chris Nuttall, as previously mentioned. John McNichols giving you the official score, which is 18-17 Rustlers. Jose Ulua Jr. now launches, and we're back into action. Set up, left-hander, no good. Blocked, falls into Knights territory, 19-17. It would be really nice for Golden West if they could pull away here and not let this game remain so close. Ulua Jr. launches its return down to one fist, keeps it in play, but it's just too far out of any chance for Barry Frisley to get into that game. Frisley entering the game for the first time. Ulua will sit. And Frisley, as you mentioned earlier, Jess, is one of the better setters, hey, that kind of rhymes, on this Golden West team. What's so important about being a good setter for your team? What does that do for you?
You have to be everyone on the court. You have to get that second pass.
When you're setting, when you were playing as a setter, is there a certain structure where you're looking to set more to the person in front of you or behind you, or does it depend more on what position that you're in?
Really the position that you're in.
So in any particular play, you could be looking to set up any particular player.
If you're in a good spot and you can see your players, you can get the ball to them.
Did you ever have favorites where you felt like someone was really particularly strong and you were going to do whatever you could to set up that player?
I like my middle hitters.
So you're looking to reward them. And there's a middle hitter for you. Jack Terry really drives one home to the back. It might have gone out of bounds, but the Knights decided to play on, so the play will play on. Lopez now drives one home. It's blocked, unable to be returned. Another point for the Rustlers. They're looking good now. Look to be under control. Look to be facilitating their attack.
But still a close game.
21-19 as Lopez gets ready. A lot of pointing around. Blockers taking their position up front as the serve comes across the net to the Knights. Big spike blocked. Great job by the front line. Here's a jump. Strike over the net. Ladera off his feet again. No surprise there. Nice poke by Girardi. Longest rally of the night, and it ends in an out-of-bounds strike by San Diego. And I think Golden West is doing what they should have done from the beginning here. Extend the plays, long sets, and the San Diego's just prone to make more mistakes. So if Golden West can keep it in play, they're going to have better chances tonight. 3-point advantage, 22-19, as the timeout is taken. Do you notice things changing in the way San Diego's approaching the game in the last few points?
Kind of stepping back, not as much to the front.
It seemed like Golden West is pushing them away and not allowing them that element of surprise that was effective for them in the early goings.
Right.
So on this Friday night, 22-19, fans dancing in their seats here at Golden West. Teams finish with their huddles and retake the floor. Into the game for the Knights, you have Chernesh back in. He was born in Kotla Jarve, Estonia, and he wears number 3. You can look for him. Be playing in the back row. He was getting ready to receive that one, but Lopez failed to get it over the net. 22-20. Try and cut down on unforced errors could really help them get the final 3 points they need to close this first game, but the Rustlers definitely look like they're more composed than they were in the early goings. Lopez, short set, got a little bit away from him, but nice correction by the team. Spike, good deflection. Ladera is called off by Terry on the bump. To his legs go. Number 3, Weston Carrico. Rustlers unable to corral that one. Rafael Garcia has served more points than anyone else for the Knights. And here comes the delivery. A short hop to get it over the net. Strike by Girardi. Deflected and scored for Golden West. He is one of the strongest outside hitters the Rustlers have in their arsenal. He hits with so much power that even when it's deflected, it's hard to get a controlled hit to rally any return for the Rustlers. 23-21. 2 points away now. Nice strike. Great job by Lopez. Swat it back in the air. Girardi again. Big swat. This one is deflected back over the net. Setup. Strike. Tormeo unable to drive home. San Diego City mounting their strike. Terry, bump, set. Here comes Girardi, and that one is coming off his knuckles, tips of his fingers. No good, unable to hit it with the meat of your hand. When you hit the ball and you're striking like that, just what part of your hand, as the audience looks at their hands on TV, where do you want to hit the ball, ideally?
Your palm, and then snap.
So you want to get
make the ball
a downward snap when you're running.
As my coaches used to say, snap the ball.
23-22. That point's going to be awarded to the Knights. And now we have a tie at 23.
Oh.
The team with one victory, you wouldn't know it, and this is what Coach Tim Johnson said. Have to throw out the records. Each game is a separate opportunity. It's the mindset you enter the game with as the best strike of the night, perhaps, for the Rustlers. Gives them 24-23, and they would love to not have to play any extra points in this first game. Barry Frisley is going to take the serve, the sophomore, 6 foot from Fountain Valley, Estancia High School, delivers over the net. Nice short tap. That's what the Knights have been doing well. Great correction by the Rustlers. Hit back over the net. Carrico puts it across, and that will be game point. The first game taken by the Rustlers. It wasn't easy. It wasn't textbook or the way they designed it, but they were able to get it, and that is the end of the first game. 25-23, taken by Golden West. We'll be back with you in just a moment. You're watching Golden West College Rustler Athletics.
Welcome to my block party. Glad you can make it.
The only triple doubles you get come with fries.
Last time you blocked someone, you were online.
I can do this all day. Your moves are just gay.
Using gay to mean dumb or stupid, not cool.
Not cool.
Not in my house, not anywhere. It's not creative, it's offensive to gay people. And you're better than that.
Welcome home, man.
We're back here, Huntington Beach, the site of tonight's matchup between the visiting San Diego City Knights and your Golden West College Rustlers, who squeaked out the first game at a score of 25-23. Jessica, was really close, probably too close for comfort, but the Rustlers got it done. They got the final few points in succession to prevent the goings of any extra points. What do you think that Coach Johnson will be telling them right now? What do you think is going through their minds?
Fill the spots. Don't leave anything open. Ball goes down, be ready for it.
Let's try to avoid the exploits of the Knights moving forward. I think they did a much better job of that in the last 10 points. They weren't getting hit with one-hitters and 2 touches. And once they went to 3, the Golden West was able to get their front hitters, their outside hitters in motion, and they converted. And that was the difference in the first game, but it was pretty close. So they're going to be certainly watching out for this San Diego City team who tried to come in here and surprise them by taking the first one.
Very close, though.
Here they come, taking the floor with some final words of encouragement. A few fans still trickling in this Friday evening to take in the action. Golden West hoping to continue the climb, win the games they need to win in these final 3 and contend as we go into the playoffs. Here comes the horn, and we start the second game. San Diego's going to be serving. Rafael Garcia will deliver it momentarily. Players preparing to take their positions. And Garcia will prepare for the service. 6 foot, 180-pound freshman. Give you a little jump serve here. Bouncing with his right, he will strike with his right. Ladera getting that play in motion, and it's successful, 1-0. Always a strong point when you can get off to that first point of the game, right?
Definitely.
Here's Lopez. Big strike from Chris Chappelle. Absolute power. He's one of the strongest hitters for San Diego. 6'1", the freshman. Quite an athlete as well, getting off the ground to deliver that blow. Terry softened it up at the last minute. And there went for another one, but unable to bring it home is Chappelle.
Just couldn't get it over.
2-1, Golden West. Jack Terry preparing to serve. Ladera exits. And unfortunately for Terry, he puts it into the net, which is going to tie it up again at 2 and lose possession of that serving rally. Shorter than they would have liked. Here comes Nathan Saunders, the Arizonian from Chandler and Chandler High School. Golden West sets up. Nice job putting that one down by Lua Jr. Good setup. Rustlers look to be within their comfort zone now. And here's Frizzly. Striking with the left palm. Return, wow. Someone charged up his battery before the game. Chris Chappelle looking to impress his coach. It seems to be doing so. Dan Samuelson gives him the nod of approval. 3-3 tie. Serve set by Ladera. Nice quick setup by Frizzly. Torromeo gets it across. Uloa Jr. 4-3 Golden West. Nice teamwork. Everyone seems to be communicating well. Setups are crisp. The passes are getting where they need to be. Set up and strike. Put down. Unable to be returned, but great effort by Aaron Girardi. He really had to go flat on his stomach. He was fully extended and couldn't get in a position to control that first team.
So close. Just couldn't get there fast enough.
4-4 tie. Ball hit out of bounds. And that's an error by San Diego. They haven't made too many of those. They've been playing pretty solidly. 5-4, Rustlers. First serve of the game for Jose Uloa Jr., and it's put into the net.
Those are the hardest serves, Danny. You just have to give it just enough power to hit it over the net. Very tough.
One of the things I point out often for the fans at home is when they get a shot of Golden West's bench over there in the corner, a lot of them have clipboards, and I am assuming that they're kind of keeping score of the game, maybe tracking how the hits are going to stay focused. And a lot of the visiting teams, they come in and they don't do that. Did your coach ever have you do any practices like that to kind of keep you engaged on the bench?
No, I wish we did.
Probably a good idea for the overall informational intake instead of just watching the game. And another point lost. I'm sure they're taking notes of that on the sidelines. 6-6 is the tie here in the second game. The Rustlers took the first.
Sure, it helps them know what to prepare for.
And if you get another shot as the camera just progresses left to right in the natural field of play, you'll also notice another advantage besides that great serve there by Garcia.
Just rolled off his arms.
7-6. Another thing you'll notice on the bench there for San Diego City, only 2 members. So a really large roster disparity between the two teams. Lopez the set. Nice strike put down by Terry. Return. Now Lopez will take the shot, and he will drive it home across the court. 7-7. Lopez catches a breath as he prepares for the serve. San Diego City trying to decide how they're going to prepare for it. You see some motion being made to the front line. Garcia bumps it up, and that one put directly into the net by Tyler McDaniel. Unfortunately, he just didn't get under it enough to drive it across where it needed to be. 8-7. Rustler lead. Lopez serve. Nice fake, and that one just split off his arm incorrectly. A misplaced ball by Chris Chappelle. It was really critical to the success of San Diego City. They're telling each other to calm down there in the backcourt as Lopez prepares for service. Real flat shot again over the net, keeping it low. Great returning blow by the Knights.
Right in the corner.
9-8. Golden West still in control, but the lead in jeopardy on this point. Good shot there, across. Oh, and a tap, not good. Bump kept alive. Great effort by the Rustlers. They got lucky they didn't get called for touching the net there. But a nice effort from Torromeo to keep it alive, and they didn't give up on that play. They're rewarded with a 10-8 lead. First serve of the game for Gus Gregory, who's entered. He's from Walnut Creek, the Bay Area of California. Went to Las Lomas High School. He has a great overhand strike. He hasn't been getting a whole lot of minutes in our last few broadcasts, but he's in today, and why not? Because the Rustlers are going to need every bit of power they can to try and exploit the mismatches. As that ball goes out of bounds, 10-9, a very slim lead again. The Rustlers seem to be getting caught off guard a little bit, Jess. There's a shot over the net. Big strike by Uloa Jr. Nice job keeping the ball in. Shot is blocked. Again, he got lucky with a little closer to the net than you want to be, especially when the official is right there on the sidelines, 11-9 Golden West. But a very good job by the team in general. They're active, they're paying attention, they're in position, and they're not getting exploited for those gaps as we talked about earlier in the game. Gregory gets it across. Big block, and there is the net strike.
Yep.
12-9 Golden West. Gregory serves it again. The setup, the fake, the strike, and the Rustlers weren't ready for that one.
It's deflected off his hand.
12-10, 2-point lead. Here comes Chappelle. Strong left hand. Gets back into position, getting ready. Oh, he tried to dunk it home.
They crossed the line.
That's a violation. It's going to cost them the point. Chappelle's on himself a little bit of a roll here. Trying to tie up the game. Just clips over the net. Tough to return. Great recovery by the Rustlers as they're active. Strike is blocked. Great job by Golden West. Nice momentum going, and that was a really nice play. Yev Chernish did a nice shot over the net, was returned, and Golden West very active, able to recover and convert from defense to offense. Everything's flowing nicely, 13-11. What they need to do is put together a run of momentum, some consecutive points to try and run away for this second game. As the shoes get tied, the socks get pulled up, you hear that clap, that means we're ready to go. Here we go, strike. Too short. Tried to go soft there, and it didn't work.
Like I said, those are the toughest serves.
Here's Chernev. Nice job by Ladera. One fist, and it's right vertically above. It didn't go 20 feet outside the lines, which it easily could have. Those angles of your hand, so important in volleyball. The point of entry is going to directly affect the spray of the ball. 14-12 Rustlers. Excellent control by Ladera. He's having an excellent game tonight. He's very much keeping his team in points, and his direct effort is leading to points gained. 14-13 Rustlers. Here's a strike. Terry and Gus Gregory combining for the point. Golden West now ahead 15-13.
Tonight's Rustler Sporting event is produced by Golden West College students enrolled in the Digital Media Video Production and Editing program. You can find information on certificate and degrees offered through the Digital Media program at www.goldenwestcollege.edu/digitalmedia or contact Warner Carter, Professor of Digital Media at 714-895-8798.
Jack Terry just bookmarked that shot, as you should, of the Golden West Athletics website. Out of bounds from the Knights. Biggest run of the night for Golden West, a 4-point lead, 17-13. Got to keep the momentum going. Earning consecutive shots could make a very big difference in the outcome of this game and tonight's matchup as a whole. 17-13 timeout taken by the Knights. They want to talk it over. Head coach Dan Samuelson advising his team not to let this one get away from him. They've been so good at keeping the game close, and they need to continue to do so. But the Rustlers now starting to act like the team that they are, the more experienced team in conference. And if you could go to www.gwcathletics.com, you'll find out just how the performance has been of your Rustlers. You can follow them all season long, the 2 remaining games after tonight, as well as a recap of how they've been doing so far, some news reports, and the latest roster and Golden West College Rustler updates. So check back frequently and stay on top of Rustler Athletics all season long. As volleyball is getting towards the end of the season, softball is getting geared up. Springtime in full force out on the diamond, and we'll be bringing you some softball action coming up in the not too distant future. Check back to the Golden West College Athletics site for updates about upcoming Rustler games here in Huntington Beach. Come out and enjoy some fine college athletics in the California sun. 17-14, here comes the Knights. Garcia Nice serve. Lopez almost mishandles the return, but nice corral. I like to see Golden West recovering from what could be mistakes as getting popped nearly in the face there as Aaron Girardi had his hands out, and that's why you always have to be ready. So here comes Garcia. Again, he's been the most successful night in this game in serving and also in play. Ladera setup, tapped by Gus, and Terry gets it across. A very nice block. Front line seems to be gaining confidence. Jimmy Toromeo was right there on the bottom of your screen denying that ball. It's ticket to ride on that play. 18-15 Rustlers. There's Terry. Chernev sets up the Knights return. Ladera, backwards bump, executed nicely right in the middle of the court. Chappelle tries to surprise, and it's identified. That block out of bounds. Good job by Aaron Girardi. He's so good at catching the blockers off guard. 19-15. Lopez looking to attack. Oh, that strike, it was nicely thought of, but poorly executed, pushed too far. Almost in danger of palming that ball. 19-16, trying to cut into this deficit. Nice job clearing the net there by the Knights. Fake, Girardi, that block was kept in play and so low that Ladera couldn't get it, though he dived, the effort was certainly there. Now 19-17. Rustlers hearing footsteps now. Lopez jump sets to settle the ball down, and a nice put down to stop that mini run by the Knights. Jimmy Toromeo there on the top of your screen, doing it from all angles and all positions. 20-17. Here comes Gus Gregory, who's getting a lot of playing time tonight, which is just got to be motivating as we head on to 25 points to take the second game. Looking for the 21st point now are the Rustlers, and that ball miscommunicated by the two Knights outside of bounds, looking to keep that one in play. Here comes Gregory, bouncing the ball. And he's up, puts that one out. That's really the first long serve that we've seen from the Rustlers, so credit them for staying on top of their serves tonight. But at 21-18, the last thing you want to do is invite your opponents back into this game, right, Jess?
Right. Just have 4 points left. They can do it.
Here comes the serve from Saunders. That's going to be, was that a 4-touch call?
I think he went over the net on that one.
So Saunders will serve again, 21-19. Too close for comfort. But the San Diego City team is scrappy, and they're executing well tonight. They're playing to the level of the competition. Bringing the fight to the Rustlers here at home. Another good strike. Outside hitters doing their job. Jimmy Toromeo, how important is it to have your outside strikers firing well?
It's very important. They're the ones who...
Would you say that's where a majority of the points will come from an offense?
Definitely.
They're doing their job tonight. Being set up very well, it should be noted. Terry when he's in the middle, Girardi when he's rotating. Very crisp. The passes have been there. They haven't had to hit out of position, and that's really been key to getting points for Golden West, 22-20. One tap setup. Beautiful. Return is not going to be made within 3 touches. Great job by the Rustlers. You hear it from the fans, a little support for the effort there. Both teams really played for that point. The Rustlers are going to take it at 23-20. We're going to have another stoppage in play. Just 2 points away, and this is the same situation we were in the first game where they only needed 2, and then it got to be
those 2 points.
Got to be a tie at 23, and the Rustlers were able to come away with it. So a few words of encouragement from their coaches. The Rustlers want to avoid what they did in the first game, just get these 2 points out of the way and take what would be an astounding 2-game lead and be 1 away from getting out of Friday night with a victory. Again, only 3 games left on the schedule for the Rustlers. Stay tuned after the game tonight for the post-game interview with star of the game and hopefully Coach Tim Johnson as Aaron Girardi prepares to get us into the closing points of the second game. Chernev's gonna fake the spike and it's put down, put home by number 12, Chase Natal. Very nice outside hit, little momentum gatherer. He throws a sign to the bench. Chernev is gonna give us a serve here, and we're looking at a repeat of the first game where it could be a comeback to tie at 23. Here's a set into the net. Oh, unable to corral it is Girardi, and he hits hard up in the chairs. His momentum was carrying him out of play. He went to his knees, and he's slowly, gingerly getting up to his feet. He does appear to be okay. He did crash fairly hard into those chairs. He's holding his head, high-fiving his teammates, getting his composure and his wits back about him. Just 23-22. Chernev gets the ball back into play. Set up Torromeo, huge shot, puts it down 24-22, and we're at game point of the second game. Here comes game point. It's going to be delivered by Jose Alua Jr. Returned, blocked, unable to be corralled. Girardi reacts and keeps the ball into play, and a big shot. The game winner for this second game in this best-of-5 series. It's Weston Carrico, and he hasn't had a lot of opportunities to put home key points, but when he did, he converted. And that is a victory for Golden West in the second game. One more will mean a win tonight for the Rustlers. We'll be back in just a moment with third game action. Thanks for watching Golden West College Rustler Athletics.
This is so cool, Dad. Awesome. This is so cool, Dad.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of siblings in foster care who'll take you just as you are.
So gay.
Really?
Yeah, it's totally gay.
You know, you really shouldn't say that.
Say what?
Well, say that something's gay when you mean it's bad. It's insulting. What if every time something was bad, everybody said, oh, that's so girl wearing a skirt as a top?
Oh, you are.
Those are cute jeans, though. When you say that's so gay, do you realize what you say? Knock it off.
Welcome back to Huntington Beach, California for this game, which has seen a 2-0 advantage for the Rustlers here tonight as we prepare for game 3.
Follow Golden West College Athletics at gwcathletics.com. This is the official site for Rustler Athletics. gwcathletics.com is your one-stop for team stats, schedules, results, and news on Golden West College athletics and alumni. You can also watch full video replays of Rustler Athletic contests. And coming soon to gwcathletics.com, live video streaming of select Rustler contests. gwcathletics.com, your online source for Rustler Athletics.
Absolutely. Visit it often, bookmark it, and don't forget they're also, Golden West College, a prominent social media representative. So be sure to check them out on Facebook and Twitter. If you're on Twitter, I can also help you out with our next broadcast announcement as soon as that is made official at Danny Hogger, H-A-U-G-E-R, or DannyHogger.com, and you can keep up to date with the next broadcast here on Golden West College Rustlers TV. Thank you for joining us wherever you're watching this broadcast. Glad to have you with us. Danny Hogger alongside Jessica Avila, here getting ready for game 3 to start momentarily. Again, if you're just joining us, 2-0 is the game score. Golden West has not been completely dominant, but they are executing well. They're playing good volleyball. The team is really rotating well. Something that's different tonight about our last few broadcasts here with Michael Jenkins is that these games haven't seen a star presence as of yet, which seems like a negative at first, but if you think about it, the team is playing well together. The passes are crisp. Everyone is taking their role very seriously and contributing to the overall winning. It's great to see a team effort where no one's making mistakes. Really, people are working together. Ladera's going to the ground. Terry is setting up teammates. Short shots are taken by Lopez, and Torromeo's coming home and driving some points. Everyone is carrying out their specific duties and responsibilities, and it's added up to a 2-0 lead so far. We're preparing for the start of Game 3 on a great Friday night, setting off Easter weekend here, 2012. Thanks for joining us. We're back in play. Garcia bumps to set it up. Almost didn't give anyone a chance to get it. Lopez rises up and drives it down. First point, again, taken by the Rustlers. Big strike. If there were 10 pins there, he would have knocked them all down. Fairly confident about that. Here comes the setup. Over the net, clips it, gets across. Great return by the Knights. Very much playing to the level of the competition tonight, elevating their games collectively. Violation there, was that a
lift?
A lift. Not allowed to carry the ball with the underside like that, underhanded.
Nice rally, though.
Basketball, it's the opposite. You can't carry it overhanded. Kind of a dichotomy is what we call that. A dichotomy. 2-1 Rustlers. That is your Golden West College word of the day. English 101, everybody. 2-1 Rustlers. Here comes the serve from Garcia. Seems like he's been serving the whole game, doesn't it? And Ladera gets caught out of position for the first time. He was maybe thinking that was going to go more to his right. When it popped off his left arm, he couldn't really get his hands under it. When you are getting ready to return a bump like Ladera was, your hands, can you describe how they're set? I know you don't lock them together. You keep them.
Kind of cup them together. You don't want to, because if you lock them up, then you have bumps on your fingers and the balls can deflect and go in different directions. So you want to kind of have them as a nice soft cup.
And Ladera there, he wasn't able to kind of react. I think maybe it was a little shorter than he thought. Maybe easier to go forward with your hands than it is to pull back and try and direct.
I think so.
I think that was the case there as well, as we have a 3-3 tie. The Knights are going to serve now. Tyler McDaniel, the freshman, getting ready to bring this one into play. We start out very close again. Deflected. Takes another shot, deflected. Great job by the blockers of San Diego.
Did not give up on that one.
Jack Terry had 2 attempts. Could not make it over. The blockers really, though, didn't give him too much of a choice of which direction he could go with that. He had to try and plow straight forward. Didn't work. Girardi now can't get it forward. So consecutive blocks for San Diego. 5-3 lead.
Again, those 2 points.
McDaniel serves, and now Lopez has some trouble corralling that one. San Diego putting together a roll here in the start of this third game, best of 5. Lopez, great set to recover from the previous play. Girardi gets it across with some top spin. It rotates away from the defender's hands. That cuts it to a 6-4 lead for San Diego City. The Knights got off the bus about an hour-and-a-half drive to Huntington Beach. Service from Gus Gregory. Chernev took that shot and just missed it by inches. It was a really nice idea to go to the back line where no one was standing, but 7-4. Oh, they awarded it. They said,
was touched.
Okay, so we have a deflection there. 7-4. Ladera re-enters the game. You're going to see him momentarily as the serve, my feeling is going to be directed at him. It goes right next door to Lopez. Strike by Girardi. So much force. Just too much to counter. 5 points for Golden West, down 2 currently to the Knights. Barry Frisley, the sophomore, His leadership very important to this team. Setting an example here with the left hand. Great job by the Golden West blockers. Frizzley will take another shot at it and try and tie this game up at 7. Frizzley gets it across. Set up and a huge strike by Chappelle. At all costs, if you can get the ball away from that side of the court, it would be a nice strategy. Chappelle's going to set up for the serve. A basketball-like jump this guy has. Lopez to his knees, sets Ladera. Great driving shot.
Right in the corner.
Weston Carrico. Nicely done. So now Girardi will try and serve the point to tie this game at 8. Very high serve. Jump serve, put into the net. Are those shots, in your eyes, more challenging? Is there a payoff there? Is that a personal preference? What do you think?
I think it's a personal preference. I like standing still, have my own little ritual, 5 bounces, then serve. Got a lot of aces. That's great.
Nice point there for Golden West. And they're still at a 1-point deficit as they're unable to put away 2 in a row yet here in this game of play. Frizzley's calling out some actions. Very high arcing serve, and that one is controlled nicely. San Diego maybe thought it was going to touch the line. Did not. We have a tie at 9. We're in the 3rd game on a Friday evening. Golden West a 2-game to 0 lead. If you are just joining us, Ulloa Jr. will take the serve. Another high arc. 3 steps, leap, shot. The bump sent all the way back to the Rustlers' side of the court, and it's sprung home by Lopez, 10-9. Nice authoritative shot there. Don't think the Knights were expecting it. 10-9, Ulloa lines it up again. Shorter shot than last time, gets across. Garcia sets it up for his teammate. Girardi goes to the ground, excellent job. Frizzley, back set, and it's blocked.
Denied by San Diego.
Tough denial there because Golden West worked really hard to get that ball back at it, and it just ended as quickly as it started. 10-10 is the game score. And again, we're going point for point. Jess, it just seems like neither team's really pulling away until the end.
Right.
Nice job there by Phil Lopez. Something he does very well is he elevates. You can see the lift that he gets off of his feet. And by the time he gets to the ball, because he anticipates it well, the awareness to get his hand at a critical angle and drive the ball home with air under him. A lot of guys will jump, and by the time they jump, the hand isn't going to be in the right position to get a good shot on the ball. He's very good at timing the ball, defensive awareness, offensive awareness. Phil Lopez really playing a well-rounded game. We've seen it from him all season here on Golden West TV, and it's just something that should be pointed out there. Excellent improvement this year by Phil Lopez all around. 12-10. The score for the Rustlers. Ladera drives, one-hook drive, down to the ground, sets up Lopez, deflected. Here comes the Knights. It's driven back. Good job keeping it alive there is Carrico. Carrico takes a one-hand push, deflected by the Knights. Longest rally of the evening. Here comes a shot by Chappelle. Great block by Lopez. Here come the Knights again. Backwards set to Chappelle. Driven out of bounds. Point to the Rustlers, 13-10. Jess, that was a great point.
That was a great rally.
Timeout taken, and 13-10. That was a very exciting play. Both teams really wanted that one, but only one team could get it, and it was Golden West as they take that point and a 3-point advantage here in the 3rd game.
30 seconds to start. Tonight's Rustler sporting event is produced by Golden West College students enrolled in the Digital Media Video Production and Editing program. You can find information on certificate and degrees offered through the Digital Media program at www.goldenwestcollege.edu/digitalmedia or contact Warren Carter, Professor of Digital Media at 714-895-8798.
Ricky, don't lose that number. Golden West College right here in Huntington Beach, California. I had the pleasure on stepping on quite a few junior college level campuses in California, both at San Joaquin, Delta, and Stockton. Fullerton College, taking some classes there. been to OCC, been to Golden West, been to many of the fine institutions of higher learning that really help students and the community develop their educational and, in this case, athletic mindsets and physical attributes. Golden West College, very good place to be here in Huntington Beach. What a beautiful backdrop for getting your education. 13-11, the Rustlers take that shot, but they won't take the point as Garcia serves again. So did he get, like, not a get out of jail free card, but just a serve all day free card? Like you buy one, you get the rest of the day, because he's just out there beyond that baseline for a majority of the game. Nice, smart move by Aaron Girardi, using his head there, going short and cross court to find his opponent unready to receive or return. Kind of like when you're not home and you're expecting a package and there's just no one to take it. You got to take it back. 14-11. Rustlers take that point. Here's Lopez. Rising up and unfortunately couldn't keep it home, but deflected. Oh. So the Knights will take the point. They definitely had the effort going for them. Momentum building up for the Knights. Teammates exchanging high fives at the front net. Here comes the service. Lopez bumps. Nice setup, Terry.
Oh,
really
by San Diego.
Was winding up for that one. And the front line of San Diego, especially in the middle, I think has been solid. They've been kind of finding gaps around the corners, have the Rustlers, but when they drive the ball middle, San Diego's right there.
Mm-hmm.
Lopez back set. Drive into the net. Missed point. A mini rally going to be held there. San Diego trying to stay focused. 15-13 the score. Rustlers have it. They're 10 points away from a victory here. 3 games left in the season, including tonight. The Rustlers take all 3. They'd be in much better position, looking to dethrone the OCC Pirates, who currently sit atop the conference. Setup, Girardi. Great shot. That's probably the first time a ball that hard has been kept in play. Chappelle tries to return the favor, unable to. So 2 solid points there. San Diego City was able to be resilient, keep the ball in play. They tried to get Chappelle the ball to drive it home. Didn't work. So both teams kind of adjusting to their weaknesses and correcting past mistakes. These 2 teams smartly getting ready for the remainder of this 3rd game. And that point is taken by Nathan Saunders. 16-14. Rustlers only lead by 2. It's been tight. Just about every broadcast we've come to has been point for point. No one team has jumped to huge advantages, which is something in men's volleyball you're going to see because these guys are competitive out there. And then net ball is going to stop a little momentum for the Knights. 17-14. Rustlers going to take the side out to Jimmy Tormeo. He has a lot of strength when he's coming towards that net. Oh, and that one.
Just couldn't get over.
That's about as center as you can hit the ball in terms of not getting it over and the ball not being sure whether it's going to pass through or not. 17-15. Here's Chappelle. Nice shot by Ulloa Jr. Very, very good setups tonight. Coach talked about that before the game, just as how important it is to feed your teammates. And I got to say, they've been doing a most excellent job of that tonight. Really playing smart. They're aware of where their teammates are on the court. The setups have been about as good as I've seen them this season. 18-16. Chernev to Lopez. Ulloa Jr. strikes again. He's gotten more kills tonight than any Rustler teammate. 19-16. When you're in there and you're taking those shots at the front net, and you could say you have a choice, do you usually try and keep in mind someone who maybe if you've scored on before and try and target them?
Oh, definitely. Like oh, this person dropped it, I'm gonna go for them again. Sometimes they drop it, sometimes they don't, but you want to go for that weak link.
19-17. I imagine that is the case more often than not. I wonder too sometimes if the players are purposefully trying to hit the ball and it actually causes them to maybe make a mistake, because instead of just thinking about returning the ball, they'll, not only am I going to return it, but I'm going to hit him because he lost it last time and I think I can make him do it again. Ball hit over by Terry. So we're back to the action. 19-17 Rustlers. Nice strike by Girardi. Left hand by Chernev keeps it in play. Excellent effort. whistle. And that's a violation. Both teams actually think they won the point. They were both looking for ball on baseline. That one's going to go against the Rustlers. 19-18. Again, they're going to be tested, this club in green, as they head trying to get to the finish line here. Lopez, too strong. He was coming across that time and just
19-19.
couldn't place the ball where he wanted to. We have a tie. Will one of these teams be able to finish by the 25th point? Great diving play to keep the ball in play. Nice strike by Tormeo. Here comes San Diego. A nice tip with some backspin on it. Returned, a little flip shot.
Just right in front of them.
Nice job by Weston Carrico. Regaining the lead for Golden West. Carrico, the high arcing spin shot. Easily collected by Chernev, but not so easily put over the net. Great job by the Golden West. Rustler front line intimidating the Knights and denying the ball. 21-19 is the score. Another high arcing shot from Carrico. Deflected all the way back. Returned, not a chance of that one coming into the playable area. A 3-point lead for Golden West. Here comes a timeout from San Diego, trying to prevent this game from getting out of hand with only a few points remaining before a would-be loss. San Diego has been doing a nice job. They deserve all the credit that they've earned tonight because they've come into this game. If you added up the totals of all their points so far, they'd be in the 50s, high 50s, low 60s. That's enough to be ahead in this matchup. So absolutely a lot of credit to be given to that squad who's coming to this game, blocking very well in the front. Effort's been good. Rallies have been strong. Both teams tonight doing a great job, not making a lot of mistakes. It's just been a good volleyball matchup.
Yeah, both teams are working very hard. That's why it's been so close. They both won it.
But only one shall rise victorious. And that buzzer's going to get us a little bit closer to finding out who wants it more. What a turn by Ladera. He's really in top form tonight. I almost lost track of that one. That one went into the lights. What happened on that one?
Just couldn't save it. It hit the net. Couldn't get it in time. Oh. I thought it was again. Oh, never mind.
That's why I had to ask.
That's why I didn't even know.
Chernev's going to take a seat for San Diego. He's played a lot of time in this matchup. 23-19. Ladera is talking about where he wants Girardi here. What serve. Best serve of the night.
That was great. Just need one more point to sweep this.
Weston Carrico, he was quiet early on, and he's been critical to success in the second and third game. Again, I like to say that the Rustlers' team play has been outstanding. The chemistry has been as good as I've seen it all season long tonight. Another strong serve. This one will be returned. Blocked. Excellent job by the Rustlers defenders. Chappelle, smart play. Even Ladera, who was a good
little too far back.
He was a good 12 feet from the ball before he made the effort, and he got about 10 feet that he needed to get closer. He's really been on his game, but Chappelle, he knew how good Ladera was at extending himself horizontally, and he put it right where he needed to. Very nice job to keep this game going. 24-20. Rustlers could end it at any moment. Nice job.
And they did it.
And it's Gus Gregory putting down the final point of this game. 25-20. Gregory getting a lot of play tonight and making it worth his while. The Rustlers have finished off the Knights in 3 straight games to take the victory on this Friday evening. We'll be back to talk more and wrap this one up. You're watching Golden West College Rustlers Athletics.
Mom?
Yes?
I've been thinking about it, and I'm not gonna go to college.
What are you saying? You've got to go to college.
Well, they offered me a job, and I want to buy some new stuff, like a new phone, a car.
Son, college is much more important than a new car.
No, Mom, it isn't.
Yes, son, it is.
No.
Yes.
No, Mom. Anyways, it's my decision.
Your decision. Okay, well then decide what degree you're going to get because you will go to college.
Their tomorrow depends on your words today. The Hispanic Scholarship Fund has the information you need to help your kids go to college and have a better future.
Danny Hogger back here with Golden West College coach Tim Johnson after a 3-game victory for Golden West. Coach, what did you like from your team tonight?
Well, I like that when things got a little tight, we were successful. Obviously, we wanted to have a bigger lead against a team like that, but we were working on some new things. We tried to serve a little more aggressive. We did miss a lot of serves, but we jump served a lot more than we usually do, and we're trying to be a little more dynamic with our offense and our transition, and it looked a little better tonight, so happy with that.
I thought the swift passing was very crisp, and the teamwork was good. I thought the role playing was very strong tonight as well.
Absolutely. You know, everybody on this team is important, down to the last guy doing stats, and everybody brought their best tonight, and that's what we ask them to do.
You have to like the fact, too, that, Coach, when it did get close towards the end, we didn't have to extend any of these games. We finished at 25 points, and in the clutch, the team came up and finished when they needed to.
Yeah, that's what you want as a coach. You know, obviously, you want them to blow out every team, but that just doesn't happen that way. So when it gets tight, a coach really likes when his team is successful.
Coach, congratulations on the win tonight. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Danny.
And now we turn just a little bit, literally, we're turning. Gus Gregory joining me after the game tonight. Gus, you were fairly important down those stretch there, those points. They really came in critical moments. So what were you trying to do tonight?
All I was trying to do was really put the ball in play, you know, get a hard serve in so the other team couldn't pass it. Worked a couple of times.
Setup passes were good tonight, as well as the blocking at the center of the net. I thought you guys did a really good job denying San Diego City. Was there something that you guys were trying to do that you thought went very well tonight?
All we were trying to do was block low on the players because they weren't very tall. Just block low, shut them down.
Did very good. Who would you say is your most valuable teammate tonight?
Tonight, probably Jack Terry.
Terry was on it.
Yeah, got mad blocks tonight.
So looking forward to the next game, what do you guys take away from tonight that you need to continue to do? What can you do better?
We need to keep our hard serves going and our dynamic offense, definitely.
You heard it. Gus Gregory, thank you. Congratulations on your win tonight. Excellent job, and we'll talk to you another time.
All right.
Well, you heard it from the players. You heard it from Coach Johnson. A win tonight in 3 straight games. Golden West College defeating San Diego. Danny Hogger here for Jessica Avila, for Michael Jenkins, for the entire crew, and for Director Warren Carter. It's been a pleasure to be with you tonight. We'll see you next time. This is Golden West College Rustler Athletics. Have a great night, everybody.